Hi, Facebookers. Adriane Lau with Remax,
Rayce with Remax.
and we are here today to share with you the 3 mistakes that first-time homebuyers make. I don't want to be negative. There's others, but these are the top 3 that are easy to be aware of and avoid as long as you're aware of them. So number 1, I have notes here. The number 1 thing, this is a really, really big deal. This is not buying a pair of shoes that you can take back. It's probably the biggest investment that most people have made to that point in their life. So it's important to have a team of wise counsel on your side. And the first thing, of course, is finding the right real estate agent. But what a lot of people do as a first-time buyer is they get excited about the shopping process. So they're looking at houses on Zillow or Realtor.com or wherever you like to shop, and they find a house that they like. And so they click that button that says, give me more information. And then they connect with, we don't know. We don't know if it's an agent that has even sold a house yet. We don't know if they work, where they're working, what they're doing. So my first bit of advice is ask family and friends, coworkers, ask who they worked with that they had a good experience with. And, if they had a bad experience, maybe no. You can also, on Zillow, there's a button at the top that says find an agent, and you can put in a zip code and that'll give you reviews for agents working in that marketplace, show you how many homes they're selling in that marketplace. But then you're connecting with an experienced person that's going to be able to anticipate some of the pitfalls. Rayce?
So biggest issue that I run into all the time is not being pre-approved. Zillow kind of entices everyone in to buy a house, but it doesn't really give you good estimates on what you can afford, what you can't afford. And really talking to the lender that you trust and recommend the most is really a go-to step to know where you're at. You can tell them what you're currently paying for rent, what you're willing to pay, and they can break down within your budget what would work best for you before Zillow shows you all these houses that you're like, oh, I want to live in all these and I want to look at all of them. And then you just wind up getting overwhelmed.
For those of you that have been on Zillow, you'll see there's the estimated payment, and it's so bad. It is so bad. It doesn't put anything in for mortgage insurance. A lot of first-time buyers aren't putting 20% down, so that's something that we'll have to put in the payment. And then I think they just pull the tax information from Fantasyland because it is absolutely awful. We can help you figure out what the taxes would be for you, because sometimes that's making up a quarter of your payment. So that is something that has to be considered when you're looking at those numbers.
And then something else I want to add into that a lot of people aren't familiar with is once your credit's pulled, everyone knows when you apply for a mortgage or anything, they pull your credit, it hurts your credit score just a little bit. There is a window period of time so you can shop for lenders who are best for you, where they can pull credit scores and it won't affect your credit after a soft pull has already been done. So don't just talk to one lender either and be like, oh, this is how it is, because they do compete. It is kind of a business and there are different rates with different people.
And different closing costs.
Yes, so definitely look into that.
And again, once you connect with a good agent, they'll be able to give you recommendations for some local people. We don't get any sort of compensation for recommending lenders. We just like to work with people that have done a nice job for our clients. The third thing, as it relates to our team of wise counsel, is home inspectors. So now you've found the house, you're going through the process, it's time to do the home inspection. You need to know that Michigan does not have any licensing laws at all for home inspectors. So anybody can be a home inspector. So much like we want an experienced lender and we want an experienced real estate agent, we really want you to work with an experienced home inspector. Agents don't want to get calls after closing from their clients that the ceiling collapsed or whatever. So for this segment, I did speak to an inspector that we work with quite a bit, Jason Merton with Accurate Home Inspections in DeWitt. And he told me more about what's called the ASHI certification. So there's no licensing, but inspectors can choose to get certified by this program, ASHI. You have to take an exam that is very challenging. It is actually the licensing exam in some states that do have licensing. And then you have to have 250 paid home inspections that are peer reviewed. So they're making sure that you're basically putting out good information for your clients. So again, ask family and friends for home inspector recommendations. If your agent gives you recommendations, just make sure they're giving you 3 or 4, so then you can go check out the websites and make sure you're connecting with somebody that you're going to feel good about. So I think that's it for our pitfalls. Anything else you want to add, Rayce?
Not right now.
All right. Have a good one.